What's up, everybody? My name is Parker Immense.
My name's Danny Ferrari.
And we are Excellent Sound.
That's right.
This is the third week of Gorrila season, baby.
Gorrila season.
We are going in hard. We're doing numerous videos a week.
Tons of remakes.
Tons of remakes.
Of producer videos.
Remixes, too.
Remixes.
Oh,
That's right.
Dude, tell us what you guys think about the remix.
Yeah, what do you think of the Rumble remix?
But we're also telling you guys secrets about the new pack, Gorrila, coming out for early access on March 15th.
That's right.
So we want to make this pretty quick. We don't want to do like a long intro like we've been doing. We're just really excited. We want to talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah.
So real quick, there is 1,000 spots of early access in the description down below. So go sign up. If you are one of the 1,000 signups, you guys will get all of the bonuses that we've been talking about in all the videos. If you guys want to check that out, you could just go to the website and you can see all of that.
Yep. Links in the description. You guys can get all the project file remakes and of course all the extra bonuses, which we've been revealing a little bit. Next week we'll tell them about the contest. About
Yeah,
what
next
you can
week
win.
we'll exactly. So we're about to jump into this rock and roll remake right now, and later in the video, stay tuned, we're going to be showing you some of the melodic loops, some of the drum loops that we got going on in Gorrila. They're some of my favorite to date.
So proud of this pack, man.
Yeah,
it's
probably
insane.
our best melodic loops and drum stuff.
Yeah,
like
so good.
It's pretty unbelievable. So stay tuned, and we're gonna show you.
And also too, like every sound in this remake is available in the pack as well. We are dropping that pack. Can't say the name.
Don't say the word, dude. Yeah. Don't forget, dude.
I'm looking at it.
This is the audience right there, dude.
Yeah. Well, we want to be able to look you dead in the eyes.
We got rainbows in the background.
You have it right in front of you.
Stare into their eyes, dude.
Right into that fucking
Stare
shaft.
right into those beautiful eyes of everybody.
That shaft and nuts. Nice. So yeah, subscribe if you're new here. Like, comment what you guys want to see next time, and let's just play what we're playing. Show them the sound we're making today.
That was a pretty quick intro, right? That was like a minute 30.
That was perfect.
You know, we usually go on for 7 minutes.
Yeah, 17 minutes at least.
Yeah.
Let's play from here.
Rock and roll.
So good. So sick. So obviously we don't have time to play the entire remake, but we got it all done here. All that stuff is all there.
It's the whole thing, dude. Anybody talking shit on this era of Skrillex can go themselves. Well, I'm sorry, dude.
Who's talking shit? People on TikTok?
No, not on TikTok, on Twitter, actually.
Yeah, fuck
People
that.
are talking shit about this era of Skrillex, too.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, come on, you guys.
Yeah. This is awesome. This is amazing. This is the roots. You know, I like
electro dubstep. Like, come on. That shit is so sick.
Skrillex is like Kurt Cobain for EDM, like in dubstep and stuff like that.
Yeah,
people might get mad at that, but I don't give a But yeah, I feel like he really opened the doors for a lot of people in this genre of music.
True.
Obviously, this stuff is like, it's amazing. I have not heard a better remake yet. If you guys have, let us know. We'll make sure that we report them for copyright.
Yep.
But yeah, we remake everything here and all the sounds and everything. You know, all the drums. I mean, some of these drums are so sick. So electro.
It's huge.
Yeah. And the sounds themselves are super sick. So the sound that we're going to be making today, we're going to be making that main sort of bass. It's super simple, believe it or not. Why it took fucking 20 years for people to figure out how to do this, I don't know, okay? Why it took me 20 years.
Can you explain to them too, like why we're choosing this sound?
What was your thought on it? I don't remember.
We've always you were saying we've done like so many of these kinds of sounds, and like we thought that this would be like a unique sound for people to learn.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
I think it's a really cool sound. It's very versatile. It's crazy that like I don't think it would be used kind of as like a main bass in today's day, more as like a fill bass.
For sure.
We got some other remakes coming up from some of the like the newer Skrillex stuff that are just insane. So we got all those basses down too. They're definitely in the pack too.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
And obviously, hopefully you guys learn a lot for this. The whole reason we're doing this is for educational purposes. We want you guys to be able to learn. And, you know, obviously we all look up to Skrillex and think he's an amazing producer. So just having the ability to, you know, recreate these songs is so helpful for us and hopefully helpful to you guys.
Yeah, and just think, like, we do the sequence of learning in a certain way.
Yeah.
And that's how you guys should be learning how to sound design.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Start with the shape, go into the filter, go into the effects, you know? I think that's really important. And we do this every video. And to kind of zoom out for some people to like, that's how you sound design.
Right.
It's the perfect way.
And it's kind of funny too, because like like when we started this whole process, like the idea of making an older Skrillex remake is that, you know, maybe some sounds people aren't necessarily into, but all of these sounds led into what he is today, which is an insane sound designer. So our whole process was like, let's go back in time and let's figure this out.
Yeah.
And now we have the ability to make just insane sounds. You know, just he's just one person out of many people that we recreate their stuff. But I think it's really important to understand some of these sounds, and you can see how they all end up correlating. Maybe I can explain that, and when we do like a later remake of his, that we can show like some of the crazy
we
sound
can expand
design
on
and
that.
expand on how that is. Let's jump into it real quick. I'm going to turn off this main one. Processing is pretty simple for anybody that's in any DAW. You guys can just go ahead and replicate it. And of course, we have this sound for free for you guys in the download description below. So I just got like a basic sort of saw wave, okay? So yeah, we're just gonna start off with this basic saw wave. There is a layer of a sub that's kind of playing along with the pitch. Just bow, bow, right? Pretty simple. It's just a sine wave, I'm pretty sure. With this sound, what you guys wanna do is we're gonna start off with basic shapes, and we're gonna start with a saw wave, okay? Sawtooth. You want to go ahead and have oscillator A on, set it to +1, oscillator B on, set it to 0, okay? We're going to turn the level all the way down on both oscillators, okay? So make sure both oscillators have it all the way down, and make sure that you set up the warp mode to sync, and this is really important, which we're going to go through. So make sure it's sync no window on both of them, okay? This kind of comes from a massive wavetable, which is called hard sync, I think? Yeah, hard sync. So it's a really, really cool sound that what happens is this sync is essentially changing the pitch of the saw. So first thing you guys want to do is these are the two LFOs you're going to want to make. You're going to make something like this. This is going to be controlling the pitch, mainly. Okay, this is going to be the main pitch envelope. And then this one over here is going to be a sort of like its own personal sidechain, okay? Make sure the LFO1 is set to half an envelope, and LFO2 is set to quarter an envelope. I'm going to go ahead and activate these. The level for this one should be set to 61, I think, and this one should be set to 100. Okay? Nothing really crazy happening. But once we apply this specific LFO to the sync, go ahead and set it on the oscillator A sync to 84, and then the oscillator B, make sure you set that to 100. Set LFO4 to quarter notes. So this is the pitch that's shifting up. The sync is changing that pitch, right? And then it falls back down. Okay, what's kind of cool about this is you say, oh, how does that apply to today with like a newer like sort of Skrillex sound? This sync is very, very, very powerful tool to be using for FM basses, and how it gets those really crazy tones like in some of like the Purple Lamborghini yoinks and like all that type of stuff. There's a lot of sync and FM synthesis involved, so this is like the starting point. And the sync is crazy because there's a lot of real interesting pitch stuff that he does and really good sound design. Virtual Riot does it too, but sync is a really, really good way to start setting up, especially if you're doing FM synthesis.
It really says something about their ear too, you know?
Yeah.
When the pitches are going all over the place, you got to have that pitch in your ear, you know what I'm saying? You got to know where you're going.
These specific places are tuning, right? So this one is like 84. You hear the pitch? That's like matched perfectly.
Yeah.
Right? Same thing with this one. And then you can hear it get into tune right there. Is that doing, do you think that's doing sense?
It kind of sounds like it, but it's like this weird, like...
It's still the main...
thing with the harmonics, you know? It's very strange.
I think that's what sync does, is it adds harmonics. I think, I forget. Anyway, so that's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and apply our first filter. It's going to be an MG low 12, okay? Make sure both A and B are both going to it. You're going to set the cutoff to 45 hertz. Resonance 10%. Drive all the way down. Fat about 54. And you're going to go ahead and apply LFO1 to the cutoff of the filter. Set that to 100. Also apply it to the drive, okay? The filter drive is slept on. We say this all the time. Set that to 67. It's such a great distortion that we don't have a ton of distortions in Serum. Like we have a decent amount, but nothing like Vital has a lot. I feel like their distortions are, I don't want to say better, but they're different. You know what I mean?
More variety.
And this is a way that you can get different sort of coloration from your filters, is using this drive knob. It's so slept on, and especially like when you're using like this different screen filters, they all have different sort of characteristics about them. So I definitely love this drive in the low pass. You can hear it start to come together. We're going to go ahead and get into the effects, but first we want to show you guys some of the cool, awesome sounds that we got coming out for this pack for Gorrila. We already showed you, obviously you can hear all the samples and all of these sounds that we made for this, you know, like the different types of growls and stuff like that. Not only is it just like the remake sounds, but there's twice as many, 3 times as many just like new, like insane sounds that you guys have not heard before, I guarantee you. Some of them are going to be like really, really good. Like you can write a drop with these sounds, right?
For sure, for sure.
We're working on a track right now. We've been using it, and it's insane what we've been able to do.
The inspo, when you're just going through those, it's crazy,
it's
dude.
really, really good.
I've never felt that with another pack that I've opened up.
Yeah,
you know what
too.
I'm saying? Like when you just click on one loop and it's like, oh, I hear the song.
I have
hear
the
the
idea.
song.
Yeah,
exactly.
There's 250 presets included in Gorrila for the bonuses, so that's the extra 50, and then of course the bonus of the pack that has 225, so 475 presets for this. This is insane. Speaking of the loops and stuff like that, we mentioned the melodic loops, and these are so much fun, man. These are so sick. It's already inspired.
Oh, it's insane.
Right? And then also, too, we have tons. You guys are going to love this. These vocal chop loops. Inspiring stuff.
Super.
And my
super
favorite
inspiring.
is the vocal chord chops.
Dude, so hard.
I mean, there's tons. I mean, I don't even know how many loops there's already here. There's a lot, you can see. And then, of course, the drum loops, too. So we did a lot of different things with this pack that we kind of did with where we added a ton of different loops in different genres, too. Very useful production. This is a production suite. So we have build loops. We have snare loops. Very, very useful stuff to help you guys get ideas flowing. The full loop section is insane. We have break beats, we have dubstep loops, we have electro, we have house, we have Jersey, we have trap. There's tons of loop in here. I don't know. We'll do, I like the house loops a lot.
Yeah.
Dubstep loops, of course. That one's pretty straightforward, but these are super fun. So useful to add these type of things into like your builds and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to be inspired right off the bat.
Absolutely.
And for me at least, like loops help so much in just getting the creativity going fast, you know? Instead of making a new track, adding a kick, making a new track, there's a snare, you know what I'm saying? Like just throwing something in and just getting it going helps so much.
And rhythmically, if you do something that you're just like picking random stuff that maybe you're thinking of something else, but then you bring in this loop, it's going to change your ideas for rhythmically.
Yeah, dude, it's so awesome.
And then also too, like just real quickly, just want to show you guys because we're super proud of this. So we thank you guys for letting us kind of show off a little bit. The perk loops are insane. For a big thing for us is like shaker loops. Like I hate shakers that are just one sample.
Oh, I hate that.
So all of our shakers have rhythmics in them. So all the shakers aren't just one sample. It's more like rhythmic stuff, tambourine loops, you know. My favorite are the top loops for sure. The top loops are great. So useful just to throw those on.
Dude, they're so good.
And I think also, too, probably the full loops and the breakbeat stuff are really dope, too. I think there's a really good one right over here. So. It's so hard to find good breakbeats.
It really is, dude. Those drum and bass producers, they fucking gatekeep the shit out of that, dude.
And like the thing is too is like maybe you don't use these loops per se, but you have an idea of a rhythm and you can go ahead and bring in your own sample. So very, very cool. Real excited for that. So yeah, again, link is in the description if you guys want to sign up for that pre-sale. March 15th is the day where it will come out for the early access. Okay, so back into the sound itself. Let's continue on. We're in the effects. Let's go ahead and add a tube distortion all the way up. Right? Multi-band compression, gain up to 11.6. All this is stock. Okay, hyper dimension. His sounds were a lot wider back in the day. Like not wider, but more like dimension sound. Yeah. So the dimension mix is gonna be set to 59.
What do you think he was using for that?
He's using Massive's hyper dimension. Massive's has this hyper dimension in there. It's really, it's really nice.
I didn't know that.
I think it's better than Massive's, but I'm sorry, it's better than Serum's. But Serum has this extra feature with the hyper.
Yeah, the hyper's
nice. I think it's just dimension in Massive, but the sound of the dimension I kind of like a little bit better in Massive. I guess they're different. You could use them all. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the effects. Let's go ahead and hear how it sounds without the processing. Not bad, okay?
It's there.
All we're doing really is just adding a little bit of OTT on the highs and mids. We took off the low. This is kind of a cool trick too. Sometimes, like, if you have too much low end in your sound,
show them how to do it
you can just click this button right here, and it's not going to compress the low end, right? It's just doing the mids and the highs.
Also, I have a question for the people because I couldn't figure this out. What is the frequency range for the mids?
It doesn't say. I know,
but what is it? You know, where is it?
You can adjust the high. You can adjust the low. Sometimes if
I touch the mids every time.
Yeah, you love touching.
I touch mids, dude. Those middies, dude.
Those middies. So like the low can go up to about 3,000 hertz. So maybe that's why. So sometimes if I want to find the specific frequency range, I'll turn off the mid like that, and I'll turn on the low, and then I'll adjust it.
Just doesn't feel the same.
It's not. It's definitely not. But I think if you match some of the attack and release of them, then maybe you'll get something.
Yeah.
So yeah, for the OTT, bringing it out a little bit more. And then we got a fat rack. This is the XLNT fat rack. This is free on our website. You guys can go grab it if you want. It's kind of just remade from Virtual Riot's fat rack, but it's made with all Ableton stock plugins. So you don't have to purchase any plugins. All you have to do is have Ableton. And it's very, very close, I think, to what his fat rack is.
Yeah, dude, it is.
And it helps a lot. And the fat rack is just more OTT, saturation, delay, and a little bit of stereo width. You guys, if you don't have Ableton, I know there's tons of other fat racks out there. Maybe you want to go for his because, you know, I think other people have remade it for other DAWs too.
Did you notice in his new tutorial video, he has a mini fat rack?
Yeah.
It has like less processing, but it's doing the same thing, you know?
And if you guys like tons of different sounds and racks and exclusive stuff, we have our Patreon, and you guys can go and grab a bunch of racks. Sounds.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff on their project files. So if you like that, definitely go check that out.
Over 200 project files.
Yeah, we have no idea if that's correct, but you always say a high number.
Pretty sure it's correct. Kian, put the correct number on the screen.
It's going to take him forever to count it.
No, dude,
actually,
it's a right click.
It's a right click.
It's a right click, Kian. Better do it.
Low cut and EQ right here at around 138 hertz, and a little bit of nipple at the top end. Bring out that hair a little bit, that hairy nip.
That's some beautiful sizz.
And then lastly, a utility for some width. You can adjust this how you see fit, but
That's
this was
really
kind of
nice.
more or less trying to match the song itself. So hopefully you guys learned a ton from this video. We have a ton of fun making this stuff. Stay tuned for next week's video. We got another remake coming.
Mm-hmm.
And
Can you guys guess what it is?
I promise you, you're going to love it.
If you know what it is,
yeah,
I'll give you guys a 25% off coupon.
Wait, how many people?
I don't know, the first one.
First one.
The first one, and I'll check the dates.
Yeah,
I'll check
it. 25% off coupon. I like that.
I'll do it.
Stay tuned to next week. We're going to be telling you guys what you guys can win in the contest and how that whole thing's going to work.
Yep.
If you guys want to get on the early access, links in the description. The download is in the description as well. Thank you guys so much. We're so happy to be back. We got tons of more content coming for you guys. XLNT is going hard in 2023, bro.
We're going insanely hard.
We're going brick hard.
We're going brick wall hard, dude.
We're bricked.
We're bricked up right now.
Two boys bricked right here. You should
Two
see
boys in the hot tub.
Chilling out because they're... Oh! All right, cool. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Should we just play it, I guess, from here? I like this one.
Just play it, I guess.
Yeah.